guys, it's CH Gamer here, and this is Season 2, Episode 1 of our unboxings and reviews seasons. So, if you haven't seen any of our Season 1 videos, please do go and check those out. Have a lot of great products that we did reviews and unboxings of in there. So what we're reviewing today is the Astro A-Stars. It's Astro's in-ear earbud type headset, which I got these quite a while ago actually, so I can't really do an unboxing for you, but I just wanted to show you guys the box and kind of what came in the box, because Astro's box is always very impressive. It's magnetically closes and whatnot, but the headset itself came in here, the area behind there, and then the extras and extra cords came in here. And what came with it was this nice little pouch. It's kind of a mesh material, and it's got a little carabiner type thing on there if you want to hook it onto your belt or whatever, which I don't really see why you would want to do that, because I've tried and it's kind of awkward, especially when you have some stuff in here. There's even a little pouch right here. There's a separator inside. There's like a little black separator here. So there's a pouch over here, and then there's also the main pouch right here. So it's nice because you can put a cord or something in one pouch, or the headset, and then you can put something else in this pocket, which I like to put my little nano iPod. I have a nano touch. I like to slip that in there. It just fits pretty nicely. So that's a really nice case, and I use it quite a bit actually. And it also comes with the headset, of course. There's the headset. But it also came with a little, it's pretty much reverse of, here I'll show you guys. This came with my A40 PC cord. And it's just a little Y splitter, but it's pretty much the reverse of this. It has a female intake, and then it goes out and it splits up the microphone and the headphone cord. I don't have it right now, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But I seem to have misplaced it somewhere. Hopefully I can find it again, because it's actually really helpful when you're plugging it into like your computer or certain devices, because it has a 3-pole jack here. I don't know if I can get to focus on that. You have all 3 areas there for stereo, and then a 3rd channel for the microphone, because it has an inline microphone. So some devices don't recognize all 3, so you have to split out, and if you want to use the microphone, just plug the microphone in itself. Such as my my Nano Touch, I have to, if I want to do a voice memo on there or something, I have to put the split out on there. So it's good that they included that, because you actually need it sometimes. But yeah, that's about all that came in the box. So now I'm going to get on to a little review here and kind of say what some of the pros and cons I've figured out are about the headset, and kind of what I think about it. So first of all, I'd just like to say I don't regret buying this headset, so that's always a good thing, because I'm still pretty happy with my purchase. They're a little pricey. They're $80, but depending on what kind of use you're thinking you're going to use these for, that might be too much for you. Frankly, I think it's too much for anybody, but so $80 is a bit pricey. So a couple of the pros on this headset is, first of all, I really like that they put a 90-degree angle jack on there, because I've had multiple earbuds break off when they're in my iPod because of the vertical jack, and it's kind of a bendy angle, so it's very safe for the jack and for whatever you have it in. So I like that they did that. And it does get the cord out of the way a little bit too, if you want to. I like a 90-degree angle better than a straight, because you can kind of put the cord off the side of your device when you're holding it. It also has an inline mic, which I really like, and they pretty much have to do it like this for an earbud. But actually, we'll use this mic for some of my walkthrough videos, because it hangs below your head. And it's almost like a throat mic, which I would really like Astro to do, but they haven't, unfortunately. It's almost like a throat mic, because it doesn't pick up your voice directly. It kind of gets from your, it gets the area below you. So you don't get any of the spatter from your, like, you don't need a windscreen or anything, or you don't get get interruption in your signal from your breathing and all that stuff because it hangs below you. So I really like that, and I really like all the controls they give you on here because you can actually use this with the controller they have here. You can use it as a headset for your iPhone or something like that because it has an interface button right here that you can click and play pause. I guess you'd use that for on your, or answer a call or something on your iPhone. And it also has a mute button for the mic, which is nice, and then volume control. So if you have an iPhone, I don't actually have an iPhone, so I haven't used it in that way. But if you have an iPhone, you might think about getting these as a type of answering device for those. So another thing I really like about it is the no tangle cable. It has a flat cable. You can kind of see it. My lighting isn't the best here. I'm sorry, guys. But it's flat, and it's about, I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch thick or something. So it's really nice. It doesn't tangle. It can be really annoying when you have earbuds and you throw them in your pocket and then you pull them out and it takes you, a couple minutes just to untangle the cord. But I never really had this problem with these. It's can't really get tangled. I mean, it can get a little bit tangled, but the cord is big enough that it's easy to get untangled, and so it's kind of a no-tangle cord, but I guess any cord could get tangled if you try hard enough, or if it's in your pocket long enough. So the last thing I like about it is it does have really high quality sound. I've used this on, I think they developed it a little bit so you can use it with the A40 mix amp, and I have used it with the A40 mix amp and with the 5.1 surround sound on my Xbox and PC, and it does sound pretty amazing for an in-ear headset. So they put a lot of work into the quality of the headset and the drivers. And then I also like, and I didn't like this about these at first, but I figured out eventually it was more of a pro than a con. These come with a very referenced driver. So what that means is you're going to need to use, if you listen to really bassy music, or basically any kind of music that's not kind of average, then or average sounding, really high on the basses or really high on the high range or the mid range. If it's not an average sound, then you're going to need to use some kind of an equalizer with these, because it's a very referenced sound, which frankly I've come to appreciate from the company, that they don't, like, Skull Candies can be loaded with a ton of just default bassy drivers, and it's the way they tune the drivers just for in the box for the default. But I like that they have a reference driver, so you can, they leave it to you to customize your sound to just how you want it, and you can do it pretty easily. I like, if I'm gonna listen to bassier music or heavier music, I'll use just a simple bass booster, or I'll actually modify it a little bit on my iTunes and make a custom preset to just bring the bass sound up a little bit, because I need to have that bass cushion when I'm listening to heavier stuff. So I do really appreciate the reference driver that they ship these with. So now on to the cons. One of the biggest cons of these for me is they do not stay in your ear properly for an in-ear headset. And that's really one of the most important things for an in-ear headset, because the point of this is to be portable. So what I've experienced is I can't really walk around with these earbuds in, or do much activity at all, definitely not exercise, without these things coming loose or falling out. So you can kind of see how they sit. I'll lift the camera up a second here. You can see how they sit in my ear, and just the slightest pull will get them loose, and I'll just have to constantly adjust them. So hopefully I'm not, don't have the camera around, unfortunately. Hopefully I was okay. So what I have to do is actually flip them around and put the cord behind my ear, and then here, I'll try to show you a little bit here. And I'll put them in upside down. And what happens is it's kind of a workaround, but they have such an oddly shaped, stylized cover to this, which they were just put in there to try to make it stylish. but what it does is it makes it so you can't really do much with it, even with a workaround like this, because when you actually get this in your ear, this starts to poke into your ear. So it's really not acceptable for an $80 pair of earbuds that it doesn't stay in your ears. So that's a really big con for me. Talked about the oddly shaped outer cover. It does look cool, but it makes it heavier, and I think it actually contributes to making it keeping it from staying in your ears properly. And I don't know, this style might have been okay if they didn't have this big bulky volume and microphone in the middle of the cord that hangs down. But since they do have this, it just makes it impossible. It's just too much weight for the earbud itself to stay in your ear. So I really would have liked to see a kind of back around the ear device, something that holds back around your ear, because you just need a little bit more weight support with all the weight that these earphones kind of hold up. So, and then talked about they cost $80. It's too expensive, and there is a lot of this isn't an extreme problem. I watched a little review before I got these, which I normally do. I watch YouTube reviews, as I hope my reviews are helping other people before they make a purchase. I watched a review, and he said, I can't remember who it was, but pretty popular YouTube unboxer and reviewer. He said that the feedback on the cord when it just like you hit it or something, or even if it's just hanging and you're walking around, the feedback is pretty bad, and he equated it to sounding like a drum when it hit on the cord hit against itself, which personally I didn't think it was that bad. You get used to it after a while, coming from like a pair of Skull Candies or something, which pretty much have no feedback or anything on the cable. But the cable is big enough that it does create a little bit of feedback in the sound that you're getting, but it's really not that bad. But I mean, I feel like they could have fixed that pretty easily by putting a little more insulation in the cable or something. So altogether, I think this was a really great headset, and it is a really great headset. I still use it a lot, but there's a lot of room for improvement by Astro. So I hope what they'll do is they kind of take some advice from their customers, and they develop a new version. And I would definitely buy that new version if I see improvements in it. But a lot of room for improvement, but pretty good headset. What I would say is get this if you're not going to be, a really active person. If you are going to just use these with your Xbox or something, or with your A40 mix amp, and you're just going to be sitting with them, or you just like to sit and listen to music, these are a great headset. They're comfortable as long as you're, don't have to do something goofy to keep them in your ears. So, but if you're going to be active, definitely not a workout headset. Definitely not if you're somebody that likes to walk around and listen to music. You probably don't want to get these earbuds, because they are not going to stay in your ears. But that about wraps it up for these guys. So I hope I made some helpful points. And if you're considering buying these, you might want to wait until they come out with an updated version or something. But anyway, thanks for watching my video, guys. This has been CH Gamer. Please do check out our previous season if you are interested. I actually do a review and unboxing of the Astro A40s, which I have and have been using. Love them. So check that out. Give this video a like, and please comment with any questions or just pointless comments if you want. But I always check my comments, and I always answer questions that people ask me. So please do not hesitate to ask. Thanks for watching. This has been CH Gamer. Out.